kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
I guess there aren't any.
There are none.
Yeah, of course not.
The pros are that we
Okay, yeah, we already apparently read all that, but, to get to the new princess, we had to give her the knife.
Slide it over.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Yeah, I forgot how gross this section is. Let's try looking away, because I sat there and watched it already, so...
You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone.
Okay, never mind, that made it worse.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds. And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence.
Okay, time to look.
There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that.
Oh, God, I don't like the
This is
noises.
worse than watching.
It is.
Yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
What? Are we fucking Ethan from the Resident Evil games? We could just lob on our fucking end and it just reattaches itself.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, we can give the blade to the voice of the skeptic.
Alright. I'll make this quick. You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yeah.
Why should it matter if we
Okay,
die at this point? Haven't you already got what you want? Yeah, we'll see about that.
Here we go. Chapter 3. The Cage.
You're on a path in the
Ooh, that's a lot of
See?
change.
All done.
Oh, change.
That wasn't
Chains.
so bad, was it, buddy?
Yeah, hopefully none of these are the magical kind that can just lock me in on it.
But it was so bad. I don't like dying. I don't like being cold and alone in the dark. I don't think anybody likes dying, but hey, at least it's over. We got better. And now we can move on. Things will work out this time. I know it. Oh, don't coddle him. For all we know, we'll have to die hundreds of times to get to the bottom of things. Maybe even thousands. He needs to toughen up.
Yeah, about that. We already kind of reached that threshold of how many times we died.
Toughen up. You're both freaks. I'm normal. A normal person gets traumatized from dying. And from having to listen to someone cut her own head off. Those sounds are still echoing in my ears. Hold on, did you say thousands? How can it possibly take us thousands of lives to find a way out of it? Obviously, we need a large sample size in order to figure out our optimal plan. We need statistical significance. I'll have you know that my reality is not a data point in your misguided attempt at an experiment. You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Is this the dev's way of calling us, the players, out for trying to get all the different endings? Okay, should we talk about how we still had the blade? We never started with the blade before. Wait. Yeah, actually, that is true. Why do we still have the blade?
Huh.
I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it? Holding a weapon shouldn't feel so natural. It's proof that we're being guided by an unfeeling lunatic. We need to try talking to her.
Oh, should we talk about our feelings? That'll get us nowhere, trust me. They're too easy for her to manipulate, too illogical. We can't puzzle our way out of things if we listen to our heart.
I don't think I even need to comment on that. What a sorry, sorry voice you are. This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
She died last time, and the way you decided to thank us was locking us away in happiness and wait forever.
So I didn't mishear you earlier. That doesn't make any sense, though. She's not supposed to be suicidal. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison.
But it has happy right there in the name. It wasn't actually very happy. Well, what's done is done and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
I can't make any promises. Or I can toss the weapon into the woods, proceed to the cabin, silently proceed, or turn and leave, which won't work. Okay, I'm gonna see what happens when we toss our weapon into the woods.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right. Do it. She can't talk to us at knife point. That's no way to get a real conversation started.
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare.
Do it.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
Oh, but I want to toss the blade.
You don't have to listen to him. He hasn't gotten us anywhere.
Apart from killing ourselves. Okay, I'm in charge and I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time and we all saw how that worked out for us.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision. As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work. You did the right thing.
Well, thank you. At least somebody agrees with me. Okay, now let's go to the cabin. Wonder how different it's going to be this time.
You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
Yeah, if I was in the hero's shoes, the adventure would end right here, because my fear of heights would never make me cross this bridge, because, oh my god, it looks dangerous as fuck.
It's dreary, but of course it is. We're dreary, and so is she.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
I mean, we could have much worse. And some pretty interesting things, but anyway, proceed to the cabin.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains.
So
The
many
air
chains.
filled with the mock bird song of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster, destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement,
You already foolishly threw away your weapon, but still, your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It doesn't matter. What are we going to do? Look at ourselves? I've had enough introspection. I want to see someone else. I want to see her.
But it does matter. It's obviously important. It has to be. Otherwise it wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but as usual, it's not going to mean anything, at least in the world of the princess.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
Yeah, approach the mirror.
You step out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor. Should have been.
Yeah, again, it's all just chains.
Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Oh, shit.
She's bringing us back to her.
Or we just happened to fall through an unstable floor. She's a prisoner here. How much agency do you think she has?
More than you'd like, I'm sure.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Yeah, she appears to be right in front of us, and you're in a bit of a predicament.
As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave. Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Are you mad at me? Why would she be mad at us? Hey, look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. I'm supposed to be sorry, right? Hey, why the hell did you cut off your head?
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
She won't even speak to us. We did this.
Okay, we'll say that we're sorry.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Okay, so it appears that the chains around her are also linked up to our one, so whenever she moves, our chains move. Great. This is gonna be fun.
As your vision comes back into
She's
focus,
also missing her head.
your eyes fall on the body
Her
of the
head's down
princess,
here.
finally emerged from the shadows.
Yeah, I can see why she's the caged. I mean, only her head is caged, but still.
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
Yeah, I mean, what's left of a person?
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter. So much for talking it out. Doesn't seem like she's too interested, does it?
It's not too late. You threw away that blade for a reason. Now talk to her.
Yeah, we can talk to her. Yeah, look, I didn't even bring a knife. I just wanted to talk to you.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't? And neither do you.
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
The poor thing. She thinks it's easier to be detached. But buried pain is still pain, whether she knows it or not.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Yeah, only figuring this out now. Okay, are you talking about your body as if it's a separate person? It's you.
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it. There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so free. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
I mean, no, not knife in hand. We threw it away.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, you clearly weren't listening to me earlier because I already told you I threw away that knife. I dished it before I even got to the cabin.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Uh-oh. I don't have a bad feeling about this.
Huh. She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
I have no idea, but... yeah. Might not be good for us still. You've been the one listening to me, you made yourself stop, and now you can decide to finally let me down.
You make it sound so easy. But it can't be that easy. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh.
Oh?
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too.
Oh. Okay, she actually set us free. Hell yeah.
The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body. Only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
Yay, you're free too.
So that's really all it took?
I guess so.
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. But that can't be it. It's supposed to be more complicated than that.
I've been telling you that since the moment we got here. At least you finally decided to listen to me.
I guess you were right. It's usually the most complicated problems that have the simplest solutions. That is absolutely not how this works. Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator, if that even is your real name.
Shh. Hush. Let her talk.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
It's the end of a world. Your world. But not ours. Sometimes you need to break things to build something better.
Besides, we already made our choice, all the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now. I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I? But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then.
Take your princess from the cage.
You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. And then you take her from her prison. She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles, warmly.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
Hopefully it'll be less painful.
There's nothing left for us here.
I'm game.
So am I.
Then get on with it.
Take hold of the chain.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an if. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. You can smell the night air.
She's sacrificed a lot to get here. More than we did, I think.
And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well, there's only one thing left for you to do.
Shall we?
You know, it's funny, all this talk about free will, and I feel like I'm locked into this outcome.
I mean, what's the alternative? Dropping me to prove a point?
Huh, I hadn't even considered that. Should it be an option? Can it be an option?
Are you gonna give me the option?
No, it's not an option. We're not cruel for the sake of being cruel.
I'm joking, by the way. Please don't drop me.
It would certainly be a new data point. Probably wouldn't work anyways. It'd make that perfectly good blade you threw out completely meaningless.
I can drop her. Fuck it, let's do it.
No, you can't.
Well, you gave me the option, so I'm gonna pick it.
Well, I'll be damned. Did I just will that option into existence?
Well, somebody did.
After everything?
Yeah, after
You
everything.
sure kept your cards close to your chest. Smartly played. We haven't seen what happens if we're the ones that beat her, but we'll see what happens now.
Probably
We're a
not good.
monster, aren't we? Maybe we always have been.
I mean, have you seen what we look like?
Well, no time for taking it back. It's done. You let go of the princess's head and watch as she plunges into the abyss. Can't believe I was all doom and gloom just a moment ago. Congratulations. You might just have
Well,
All of that just to take it all away. You're cold.
don't think that's me, though. She plummets, the princess is taken, something else is left in their place.
She's gone.
Yeah, I'm at the cabin. I just wanted to see what her princess form looks like.
Something finds
Here.
me in the long quiet.
Yeah, we've already talked and whatnot, but yeah. Interesting. Well, anyway. Okay, instead of dropping her head, we're gonna step into our freedom.
And so you step into a world ended by your hand. What a travesty. Goodbye. It's me. Awful? Is he still there?
Nope.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone and something has taken his place.
Yes, he is. Which means we're finally free, I think.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible, but here we are. It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
Yeah, and there she gets shot. You don't get a chance to respond. Something's ripped her away from you. There's something else in that place.
She's gone.
Okay, try wait for her to make a move first.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing
yeah,
at your flesh,
that's everything.
your joints screaming in agony
Fill the
as the
plate.
rusted
Maybe there's
hooks
something we
dig
can do to
deeper.
get out of
What
this.
good would it do us? We should have gotten rid of it. She'll never trust us now. Not after everything we've done.
I can attempt to cut myself free.
You try to move your arm, but the hooks buried deep in your wrist and elbow keep you firmly, painfully in place. You do your best to rotate the knife in your palm, but it only clinks against the metal chain, unable to do so much as leave a scratch. The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to...
I don't think she's happy you're here.
Yeah, we've already talked through all this. Hey, what do you mean you're just a watcher? You cut off your own head last time. You made that decision.
What's the point of making a choice if it all ends the same way? I'm still stuck, and you're just as stuck as I am. Everything we witness is just another shade of the
Yeah,
same endless cycle.
Same.
I wake up in
Please steps
chains.
forward. The pressure limits are becoming unbearable.
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade tumbles helplessly to the ground.
Oh, damn
I
it.
cut myself free.
She's right. We're trapped in a cycle, and I think it's too late for us to get out.
Well. What was I supposed to have done? Did you want me to carry your severed head out of the cabin with me? I thought you were dead.
That is what I wanted, but you didn't do it. And I don't think you could have done it. The walls are what the walls are. So give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air. I don't think we can hold on to you much longer.
I think we're about to break.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
Ow. Falling, the world is spinning, and you hit the ground. Body light in a way that is sickeningly wrong, and roll to a stop. Sound of rattling chains and a heavy thud as the rest of what was once you falls to the ground somewhere nearby. Oh great, we're in the same predicament. Unable to take action, unable to defend yourself, unable to even look around as the princess's body steps towards you, one slow rhythmic step after another. Stoops down to pick you up, and then... Oh. Shadow rises behind the body, blade glinting.
And now, the cut.
The pristine cut? Strikes and it strikes true, body drops its cage in pain. Descend on each other in a maelstrom of chains and hooks and feathers and blood, finding their way deeper into the shadows until all you're left to witness are the sounds of the violence.
See? You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
Yeah, I didn't let go, you ripped my head off.
My body ripped your body's head off. I didn't have anything to do with it. You get it. It's not like you're responsible for what your body is doing to mine now. You and I just watch, like we've been doing since the beginning.
And so you and the princess watch your bodies weave in and out of the shadows, performing their lethal dance. Yeah, we're also getting a bit more of a better look at our body.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
Movement is gorgeous, primal, uninhabited. Still crushing against steel and flesh, rolling off of flesh.
It's all going to come to a head soon.
Nice pun.
Head.
At last, the climax plays out. Your body reads and changes shadows makes its final move. And so does hers. She shatters spine and blade pierces heart.
I guess I'll see you next time.
But hers and yours collapse, a dance complete. Blood drips from the princess's mouth and she coughs.
It's cold. But that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
Well, that was an interesting end. Do not get the chance to respond. Something is ripped out from you, and there's less something else in that place. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, had to do it slightly different. Instead of allowing the skeptic to kill our souls, we just outright slay our souls instead. And we get the voice of the paranoid, who says, chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
It's worse, is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate. You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do. What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction, since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities, and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Yeah, are you sure we even need to slay her? She cut off her own head last time.
She... what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, you're telling
More
me.
importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. And we weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise.
There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board. And you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for you, if I had to guess.
Ha! So there is a board.
Well, what's done is done, and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
I can't guarantee it. Okay, let's proceed to the cabin.
You step out onto the
Okay, we
floor.
approach it and then fall
Or
through.
what should have been the floor.
Something solid here, is it? All just shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard.
Your fall is suddenly,
Yeah, no,
painfully halted as you find yourself suspended in what?
Okay, Are you mad at me?
But you are met with only silence, save for the
silence.
creaks and groans of metal.
They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them. It's worth a try.
Screw it, attacker. Yeah, let's try and cut ourselves free.
You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right? Right?
Yeah, what he said. It slices through.
Yeah, we tried this last time and it didn't work.
Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work?
It just does? It doesn't.
Damn it.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it.
They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere.
You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do.
Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? Alright, I'm game. We cut again.
Okay, that was
Your
easy
blade
to
against
convince
the
him.
chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings.
Yes! Will you look at that?
That worked.
Always a
Why shouldn't the
skeptic.
rest be the same then?
But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is it's only accurate. The head
Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
Keep cutting.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right?
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free.
Yay.
The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
Yeah, we
But
were
what do I know?
this.
I'm just a
Gotta
set
keep
of eyes.
cutting. Yeah, cut yourself free. There we go.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chains strangling your neck.
Look at you scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable.
Come on, come on, come on.
You give me your implement.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down.
Hell yeah. We actually survived this time. Didn't lose our head.
Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement.
Yeah? What of it?
This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
Oh, doing this again. Pieces fall into place. For every permutation there is a pattern. When the pattern is learned, the illusion dissolves. But wasn't the pattern always there? Were you the ones who wrote it in the sand? Writers must follow their own script. Give her your implement.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess. Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her
Oh, bye-bye, narrator.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
Too bad we're not gonna see the rest of this through.
We did it. We figured it out. We won. Why don't I feel like it means anything?
Because it doesn't.
I just feel bad. It's not much of a victory, is it? I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
It just keeps on going round and around and around.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.